Hello. Say hello. Welcome. I'm your favorite. Hello, guys. Let's be serious. Hello, guys.
I'm serious, yeah.
Hello. Hi, guys. Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Juliet Okeke, and it's your favorite fashion designer living here in Lagos, Nigeria. And then this is my sister. Introduce yourself.
Hello.
Okay, so with the title of this video, you know what it is. I'm going to be teaching how to take a skirt measurement. You know, a lot of times people will just call, hello Juliet, I need to make a skirt for me. So I'll ask your measurement. I'll ask for your measurement. I'll be like, okay, just get a tape, give it to anybody to take your measurement. After taking that measurement and bringing to me, what I see is not good at all. So this video, I'll be teaching how to take a perfect skirt measurement. In case someone asks you to get your skirt, be specific. Your skirt measurement, you just buy a tape, give it to somebody, follow this tutorial, and then you get a perfect measurement. So without too much everything, let us get right into the video.
Okay.
So see our beautiful model. See frat dummy.
This one is not flat.
Okay, the first thing you have to get is your notepad, my notepad, and your biro. And then in your notepad, the first thing you have to do is to write the name of your client or whoever. So I have a name here, and then you write your hip, waist, hip depth, skirt length, waist to go, without any form of order at all. It could be waist to go, it could be hip, but just make sure you have your hip, waist, hip depth, skirt length, waist to go. So let's go. Okay guys, if you know me, my signature beginner, what I like to begin with is my waist. I love to use the centimeter. This is the centimeter cm. I don't know if you can see it clearly. I love to use the centimeter instead of the inches. A lot of people use the inches, but we were taught to use the centimeter because we draft in a pattern, you know. So this centimeter is much more specific and clear using a centimeter in a pattern, but you can use whichever one you are comfortable with. I'm just comfortable with the centimeter. So let's go. So the first thing is, for me, I love to take my waist first. And then if you want to take the waist measurement, you have to ask your client, where do you like to keep your skirt, or where do you like to wear your skirt?
High waist.
Show me.
Like, okay, at this level it's okay.
Okay, this level is okay. The reason why you have to ask is, do not assume, because you might just do whatever you think is nice, and the person will be like, no, I don't want this, you don't do this, you don't do that. So you ask, madam, where do you want your skirt? So she likes her skirt here. Then you have to ask, do you like it tight? Is it too tight?
It's too tight. You're choking me.
Okay. You release it. Is it too free?
No, it's just okay.
This is perfect. Some people like it very tight. Some people like it minimal. Some people like it free. That is why you have to always ask.
Okay.
So her waist, you have 80 centimeter. You write it down. Then the next thing I love to take always is my hip. Hip.
So wait, you're not seeing the hip where?
Okay, so let's go back.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, this is the hip area. Everybody knows what the hip is.
Okay, not
So,
everybody, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So to take your perfect hip measurement, you come down and make sure that your hand goes round freely, up, down, freely, up, and then down. Stephanie, and for our hip we have 114 centimeter. Oh, then the next thing I'm going to take is a hip depth. Most people do not know what a hip depth is called. Most people do not take hip depth measurement. I am going to show you what a hip depth is. Hip depth. It is DEPTH. So I'm going to show you what a hip depth is. Okay.
Okay.
Turn, please. your hip depth, I'm going to take my camera down. I'll be squatting like this because the camera is a bit slow. Now the essence of the hip depth is to get the perfect place, like the perfect, what thing I go call it now, the perfect opening for your zip length, exactly, to get the perfect length for your zip. You know, if you don't take the hip depth measurement, the skirt might end up being too tight. If the zip is bigger than the hip depth, is better than for it to be smaller, and then the person will be struggling to wear her skirt. It is even better for the zip allowance to be longer, but it is best to be perfect. It is more professional to be perfect. That is why you have to take your hip depth measurement. And besides, drafting a skirt measurement, drafting a skirt pattern, the hip depth is one of the most important measurements in skirts. I'm going to show you when I'm teaching how to make a skirt pattern. So now, just stand straight. From this bone here, there's a bone here, or rather, from where she wears her skirt, down to the biggest part of her bum bum. That is the hip depth. From her skirt, from her waist to the biggest part of her hip or her bum bum. That is her hip depth. Machine no no. From her waist to the biggest part, and here we have a 19. So when I'm buying the zip for her skirt, I'll buy a zip length 19. And you know, zips always come in centimeters. Zip lengths always come in centimeter. Zip lengths always come in centimeter. That is why you have zip 20, zip 18. This is the 18 they are talking about, and this is the 19 they are talking about. So for her, I can use an 18 and it will go perfectly well. So that is what is called a hip depth. I'll write it down. And then the next thing we have to take is her waist to gore. Now this part is not really important. It is only when you're making a gore skirt that this is important, but I'll still show you. Then for her waist to gore, from where she wears her skirt down to her gore, this is your gore. It's not showing. Let me take it down again. From this part, raise your leg up. Raise your leg up. Yes, that is the biggest part of, like, your muscle, where the muscle ends in her lap. That is your gore. So you have to take your waist to gore if you're making a gore skirt. The reason why you are taking your waist to gore is for a gore skirt. If I'm showing the tutorial, you know how a gore skirt looks. This place, you know what, that is where I'll come later, but that is your waist to go. Then after that one, for our waist to go, I have 41. Then after that, the next thing you have to do is the round knee. Something is called the round knee, so that the person will be able to walk comfortably. That is the round knee. Now, to get the round knee, ask your client to take, you will not be seeing my face very well. Okay, now to take the round knee, you ask your client to take a step forward. Now take a step forward. Are you comfortable with this step?
Yeah.
You go again with your CM. This is it. For her round knee, I have 94. Now this pattern, a lot of people do not take this, but it's very important, especially when you are making a pencil skirt, so that the person will not be walking like this. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be taking is the skirt length. The skirt length. Okay, so from the part from her waist, that, do not forget where the person's skirt starts. From her waist, you ask, madam, where do you like the length of your skirt? Is this place okay?
Okay.
For short skirts, and if you're taking a skirt measurement, take everything. Take short, long, knee length,
3/4.
3/4, 7/4. Just take everything, because the person might call you, oh, I want so skirt and it's in a 3/4, so it's advisable to take all the length. So for your short skirts, where do you like the length?
Good and a bit. It's okay.
43 centimeter is what I have. Then you go down to the knee length. The knee length is 57 centimeter. You keep going to your 3/4. Her 3/4 is 77, and then the last one is the longest skirt, the long skirt. Then you ask her, how many inches of shoes do you wear? 4 inches. Then you take the skirt length down to the ankle. Her ankle is 98 centimeter. So when you get to 98 centimeter, you add 4 inches, because she likes to wear 4 inches shoe. So you are adding it plus the heel, so that not when she's wearing the heel, let's assume you make a straight, let's assume you make a long skirt for her, not when she's wearing the long skirt, then it will be jumpy. No, so you have to add the inches of the shoes, the highest inches that she likes to wear. So even if she's wearing a 2-inch shoe, it will be fine. Even if she's wearing flat slippers, it will also be fine. So guys, let us take our camera up back. So this brings us to the end of the video.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a thing or two, and feel free to ask me any question on the comment section. Feel free to ask. Very important. You can even send me you can even send me a DM to ask any question on skirt measurement. Skirt measurement. Okay guys, it is night. Actually, this is around like 11:20 something or 12 a.m.
Yeah.
So good night.
Good night.